Hello and welcome back to the Mindtrack.net game server. Currently working on the Defiant. I apologize beforehand for my jerky mouse. I have a Logitech wireless gaming mouse, and they are not very good for anything, especially when it comes to smooth actions. So keep that in mind as we come up here and take a look at the fully mirrored USS Defiant. Yeah, I spent most of today working on her, getting as much of her done as I can, and trying to address some of the issues that come from when you mirror a ship like this, with the starboard and port sides being slightly different in the interior spaces. Again, I apologize for that mouse being the way it is. Mad Squirrel, DeBomb, and I guess I Panicked, they all were, as well as Mheller and myself, we've all been working on this ship for a very long time. We are very lucky to have as much of it done as we have. I gotta say, the hull came out absolutely gorgeous. Cannot say enough about him, or about Mad Squirrel's talent when it comes to that, and about how how little mistakes like this right here ended up becoming part of the ship because it looks so cool. Those are a couple of Jaffies. Assume because the way the ship is set up, one of the Jaffies is actually going to be sitting on a actual landing pad there, so that's probably why it's sitting here, so they can show you that that's where it comes from. But Mad put a lot of work into that warhead up here. You can see it's all situated and set up and looking really good. A lot of the interior space, I'd say 70 to 80% of it is now done. The stuff that isn't done is the stuff that had to be that has directly related to being mirrored. But once it's now that it has been mirrored, that should be done should get done really quick. But anyways, people probably want to know, well, how do I get on board the Defiant? Well, first use Dynamap, find it, and then come over here, and you can either enter it from this side, which is the starboard side. If it's closed, just hit the switch and the hatch will open. Or on the port side, you can gain access from the port side as well. Or you can come back here and knock a couple of holes in the back section here. So if you want to, you can even get access from in here. So you'll see some little flaws like that. Magenta's magenta. We'll eventually get rid of all that. Again, when it came to mirroring, I've been working on it, so there are some areas on board that may still have issues that I haven't discovered yet or haven't started working on. Hopefully I will find those, flesh those out. A lot of this area here will be revamped a little bit here as we go along. This is of course, if the ship lands, this will be the main egress of the ship. We have our cryo coolant tanks back here. They're all routed in with our little EPS power couplings and cooling, polymer pump machinery, and miscellaneous support systems. And I think this is a coolant loop system for the warp core. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep. Then we got this big thing back here that Impeller put in. Looks really badass. Of course, we got our RCS thruster. We have our starboard landing gear, which is in that black area there, and port landing gears over there. Come down through here, you can kind of get a view of the amount of work and detail goes into one of these builds. This is one of those builds that require the texture pack. Without it, you're just not going to enjoy what you get. Anyways, get little details, things like some detail things got to be done here and there. Like these areas got to be fleshed out a little bit better. There's a lot to one of these ships, and I'm sorry I didn't catch it all when I went to mirror it. So what can I say? I'm only human. But yeah. Oh, I wanted to go over here. That's what I wanted to do. Anyways, this has all been put in. kind of nice how the space and room just came together. This doesn't belong here. Of course, there we go. There's probably another one on the other side, but that's from when I placed those blocks in. I built them outside the ship and then I placed them into the ship. I added this stuff here in earlier. There's like a little thing over there. I wasn't sure what it was, but I wanted to make sure we had machinery for it, and this EPS power relay goes to it, and it also from up inside of here goes back that way on the ship. Here's one of the corridors, and here's a Jeffries tube, and here's antimatter processing, manifold unit here, bottom of core, connect. Yep, this has all been done. There's our little engineering isolation force field. I made that today. I'm so proud of myself. Anyways, this is the injector manifold. According to the blueprints, it's actually back here, but this is where they put the cloaking device. And so this has actually been moved. I just moved it forward. All I did is just swung it around to put it up here. This is the couplers for the antimatter. Right now, when this is being used, it raises and connects to this. If it has to be jettisoned, of course, this would disconnect and that would slam down, and out goes the tank through those hatches right there. And the processor goes along here to this thing here. On the deck plans, there are 3 or 4 of these lines that went out that way, then around and over into that, and I couldn't get it to work because of the cloaking device and, of course, you know, square blocks, you know. So I just did as best I could. I have, you know, 3 different types of lines, so I just, you know, one glass, then that, and then glass again. So it kind of looks like there's 3 lines here, or just one, depending on how you want to look at it. Come through here. Now on this lower deck, most everything is identical to between the 2 sides, so we're good to go with this lower deck. There's only some minor little changes, like right here. There was a turbo lift here, and I had to take that out, and I just put a little head in here. And on that side, it's a turbo lift. When I was working on the ship, I found that I don't know why, I don't know who does it, but they always do it to me. An elevator shaft, the doors are flush with the side of the elevator, and or turbo lift. But what happened is this lift here was one further back, and then there was this, like this, and you had to step 2 blocks. No, don't do that. That doesn't work. That no work. It's supposed to look like this. Okay, that's what you want. Anyways, I had to fix that in a couple of spots. Check this out. That look beautiful. I think Mad did all this, but I went through and added some roof details, and I redid the floors to give them this red-gray uniform look all around, as much of the ship as I could. Granted, there are still areas in the decks I didn't do that were already mirrored that need to be addressed. Nice Jeffries tube I added here, and it's got a couple of little hiding areas. If you're curious to try and find them all, there's a lot of little things in the ship. Now, granted, there may be some discrepancies. Like I said, from mirroring, I haven't been able to get them all. But I'm working on it. Like, here's one area I did get. This is damage control. On the deck plans, it doesn't really say what this area over here on this side is. This is actually in the deck plans, 2 doors. This is main engineering, by the way. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Get rid of that little green box there. That's really nice looking in here. This has got to be one of the best looking engineering rooms we've got on any of the builds right now. Mad really did a nice job on that. Anyways, this was just a big empty room. So let's go back here. I'm kind of curious. Oops, it's a little dark in here, but this is one of the retrofits as well for this side. I tried to get as much of the build done as possible before doing the video, but I'm running out of time, so I have to address the issues here. Okay, this up here has got to be completed. I will get this all done, but I left it open because I wanted to show you kind of what it was looking like in through here and stuff. And but yeah, all this will be all completed and done. I'm probably gonna put cotton or something to hide this area here. Oh wait, I think I actually have a roof plan, so I might just be able to mirror it from over there and put it in here. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I'd like to be able to mirror it because that's the easiest way to do it, and it turns out to be the most complicated way, but you know what I mean. Anyways, but yeah, it's kind of neat because you can see the differences between the sides. And I did a lot of work in here, these catwalks, cleaning these catwalks all up, and went through and polished up some of the stuff that needed to be done. I put some more decals and details in where I could. I would like to, in this big open area back here, which is actually I think on the deck plans, this area here, I would like to actually take a section of this on both sides and turn it into like a little EVA locker. So when they have to work on the nacelles and there's no atmosphere in this area, they have an EVA locker. They can access it from right here. And basically this will be a hatch and they'll just come into here and do an EVA locker, then out into here. And I'd like to seal off, and this is all retro hindsight stuff, I like to seal off as much of this as I can, but it's just so much real estate. I don't think we can seal it off. I'm sure, you know, if we wanted to, we can, because I tried to get everything lined up as much as possible. So, you know, all the catwalks are lined up, so if I have to, I can put big glass windows here. Woo, joyous. But, yeah, look at this. This nacelle, I will be honest with you, it burned out quite a few people. It was god-awful, difficult to do. Panic, mad myself. I think Bomb even gave it a try, and finally, I got a good pattern down. M came along and tweaked it, and then we tweaked it again, and then we redid it, retweaked it, tweaked it, did it again, tweaked it, redid it again. I don't know, half a dozen times. I think, like I said, 4 or 5 people worked on it from start to finish, and you know, so we were pretty fortunate that it got done. I mean, it does look really good. But it was by far the most difficult nacelle I think any of us have ever worked on. It was just very difficult to get the angles and stuff correct. If you're working on your own Defiant build, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck. That was a pain in the ass. Anyways, I also, like I said, I went through here and I cleaned up all this. I added another little head area in here. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I went through and I kind of dolled everything up as much as possible. I added some, because this ship here is not 100% to the strategic design plans, because we realized that those plans in this hull didn't match up. So we have extra decks, well, extra decks. We have a lot of extra areas that are not on the plans that we had to accommodate and account for and do things for, and this is one of them. We got a little thing comes down here. This all is nowhere in the deck plans, but you see it on the ship. You see these little windows down here. Well, we had to accommodate for these windows, so we built ourselves a little corridor here and gave it little rooms and things. Like here's actually this is a landing gear. This is the forward landing gear, you know, area, and come down here, and this is like H2O tanks. This is where water storage is, bulk water storage is. I didn't address this issue before I mirrored it, which I should have done, but I will do. Is I'll probably put some machinery and stuff down here. Although most of the machinery for running the pumps is actually behind this wall. You can't really see it, but it's it's there. That's my line. I'm sticking to it. Torpedo bay. Yeah, this was another one of those things that we did that, like I said, I think this ship has more torpedoes in it than the entire Klingon or Federation Navy has. Starfleet has. A lot of torpedoes. A lot of torpedoes. This ship has room for a crap ton of torpedoes. Actually, I wanted to show you that before. See if it's still over here. It is. Awesome. We'll go back down. Anywho. This area was all purple on the floor. I did not like that, so I went ahead and replaced it. Put this down, made it look a little bit more professional. This is the Jaffe Bay. Of course, here's a Jaffe. If you open this door, there'd be one sitting right out there. But I think that's the reason it's out there, so they could put it in here. I didn't delete it. I just left it out there. But yeah, it's got a couple of work bees on racks. Nice little highlighted area here. Back in here is another of these little areas that we had room for that we added. We had a lot of neat stuff in here. I turned this into a kind of a locker storage facility, a little a little emergency pooper. Again, this is landing. No, is this landing here? No, this is a phaser cannons setup, I believe. This is all for the phaser cannons. So, and here's the area to work on torpedoes. And then there's, on both sides of the ship, you got little torpedo fabs. Here's the actual torpedo fab, all complete with its matter storage tanks. So, we think of everything here at Mindtrek. And I turned this area here into a little, excuse me, I'm so used to working on the starboard side, I keep going the wrong way. Anyways, turn this area into like a little storage area. Yeah, gamma bright is off. How about that? But yeah, I keep thinking, man, this is awful bright. Let's go ahead and go up. And there we go. And let's go back up. And then back up and into here. We'll go find a turbo lift and work our way up to the next deck. Again, this is I did it again. I went down the wrong side. Anyways, this is a torpedo storage. As you can see, a gargantuan amount of torpedoes. Gargantuan. Is that even a word? I don't think it is. But yeah, she has a lot of torpedoes. And here's the nacelle again. I remember trying to make this originally years and years ago, and just being so confused because the ship had so many different odd angles on the inside of it. And to be honest with you, it's a lot easier to work with an actual hull and plan your work out. And this was an actual very difficult build because of the way it is laid out. And we found that the spacing on stuff had to be adjusted for what we needed it to be adjusted for. And once that was figured out, a lot of it came together for us. But man, getting to that point was a real drag. Here's one of the cargo bays. And this is the port side cargo bay. Originally there was a turbo lift here, and I went ahead and removed it because it's not needed on the starboard side. It's only needed on the port side. It's only needed on the starboard side. Added in another bathroom. There's emergency lockers as well. Some emergency supplies. Even added another bathroom. I like how this room came out. This came out really nice. I did a nice job in here. I'm kind of proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. Actually, I did it over here, and then that's the mirrored. I'll show the interior of the warhead that Mad did. Oh, by the way, transporter, transceiver, relay systems, all of this stuff is in according to the deck plans. And there's a lot of extra space, so we'll get to the warhead in just a second. There's a lot of extra space. This is all in the deck plans except for this catwalk. I put this catwalk in because there's just so much room in here. And I'm thinking maybe put something right here, like a small subspace generator or something for, I don't know, even transwarp drive stuff right here. I don't know. That'd be, one on one side and the other one on the other side, or transwarp drive in this side and then slipstream drive on the other side. I don't know. We've got the room, might as well do it. Scam Heller, he knows a lot more about that technical stuff than I do. But yeah, the starships now have both transwarp drive and slipstream drive, if you haven't played STL. Jeffrey's tube, there's only one on this side, and it's the one back there. The one that would have been on this side's been removed. So that was one of the first things I did, is I went through and checked all that stuff out. Anyways, here's the warhead. Check out what Matt did here. You're actually walking, I get a sensation you're walking across a threshold right here. I love how he did this. That's so cool. I'd love to see this incorporated into other builds where you just get this feeling like you're walking across something. And boom, darkness. And look at the, you don't see this kind of detail in a lot of builds, but look at all that. I don't think you can see it, but yeah, there you go. See all that detail? That's detail. That's the kind of detail we do here in Mindtrek. Anywho, little crew quarters. I think one of these is actually Worf's quarters. There's the head. Go ahead and turn the gamma bright on so we can see what's going on here. Some more quarters. Some more quarters. And this is the Cobra head. These are the entry hatches. Now, this one here, one of these will probably be actually extended out the front of the warhead. So, one of them won't be, one of them will be. It's up to Matt. If he still comes around and he wants to do it, it's fine. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll leave it closed. Airlock systems and viewports. Hey, it's an unfinished Miranda. All this stuff up and through here, I guess, is support for the airlocks, and probably live support and stuff for the warhead itself. Oh no, this is actually the thrusters in the impulse engines for the warhead. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Trying to think where the ladder is to take us upstairs. Ah, duh. Walk right by them. Anyways, come up here. If I can get up here. There we go. Warhead cockpit. Make it so. Yes, it has a cockpit. It's kind of like a big shuttle. Well, captain's yacht. You know, Cisco's party barge. Little conference room. You know, little weapons lockers. I forgot we had those blocks. Replicators. The Replimat. Anywho's, some more stuff up here. Weapons, of course, for the torpedo launcher, or probes. These are probably probes. And same thing on this side. Whoops, let's see what this is. Warhead LS storage bay. Law. Alright, cool. Let's see what's down at the bottom. I have never actually, to be honest with you, since Mad built this, I haven't been down here, so I don't know what he did down here. If I can get down there. Well, it's deflector control forward probe launcher. So, wow, check this out. This is an actual probe launcher. I love how he utilized the space in this to do what he did here. Love how he does all this stuff. Look at that. Yeah, that looks like a probe launcher, doesn't it? Really does. Just looks really, really good through here. Matt's such a talented guy. I really would hate to lose him if he decides not to come back. Which I hope he does come back, because it's boring without him. You know, my brain doesn't work like his. I don't see the details that he sees, and but I have learned a lot from him, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Mr. Mads. And I do hope you come back. But let's see here, what else we got? Let's work our way up to the bridge now. We've seen, oh no, we haven't seen the main hangar yet, have we? Well, I probably have. No? But anyways, look at this. Nice big hangar. Again, the magenta stuff will all be addressed in due time. This is the control room for the hangar. I'm not a fan of this, but we'd have to really do an alteration to make it flush, and I'm not willing to do that. So I think it looks fine the way it is. We could put some little things back here to make it look like a little crane gantry or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I love how they did this room. Really looks good. You know, they did a really nice job in here. In fact, they did all the detail spot. It was just spot on. Really nicely done. I remember coming over here after I laid out the initial deck plans, and I was looking at how they were doing stuff, and it was just blowing me away. I mean, from interior space design, like the corridors and everything else. This area here, of course, I did, but it was laid out so that it needed to be done. But it started really, it grabbed my interest and really, made me think, wow, I think we can actually pull a Defiant off. And I don't think we could have done it without Mad. In fact, I know we could not have done it to this level of quality without Mad. So, again, I can't say enough good things about Mad, and how much I really appreciate working with him. And him, I Panicked, Bomb, Imheller, all you guys are really talented. I don't know if that's just a lens artifact or not, but we should not be able to see that. Yeah, I can get to it from back here. There's an EPS conduit and there's a ladder. There they are. I want to make sure that I didn't miss a height thing. Yep, I did. It's just a height thing from when I mirrored, so just fix it like so. When I mirrored the ship, I could from this level down I did, from this level up was already done. So again, that's why that space back there had such a big gap. But now we're up here. I think this is the shuttle bay command. Yep, this is where I wanted to be. Love how he did this. Look at that. It looked like a display console. I love how he make it so. Alright, and let's go ahead and get the ambiance going again. I put in this stuff because I think it needed to have some more details and things like that. So I went ahead and added these air purifier, water purifier, and waste reclamator, whatever you want, to the life support systems here, just to give it a little bit more detail. And yeah, okay, let's go back to the turbolift down here, and a little another storage little locker there. And again, this is the main engineering. Did such a nice job through here. You don't see this kind of quality and detail on any of the other builds that have been put out by people trying to do these track builds. I just think people get overwhelmed and give up, and I don't blame them, because I mean, I've been there myself many times. I don't know, I guess as my ADD kicks in, I just got to finish what I start. But I love this. I've wanted to see this completed as a completed engineering room for quite some time, because this is one of those treats that you just stop and you got to look at and go, gosh darn, man, this thing is just nailed it out of the park. This is pure mad squirrel right here. Guy has talent. And you get little Jeffries tubes and access points back here, and again, there's catwalks up here. I didn't know there were catwalks up here. See, I'm even finding out about this stuff too. Yeah, all these big things back here. I think this is Turian processing. Could be wrong, but I have to look at the deck plans to verify. Impulse engine. Yep. This is the upper bay. We were down below. I think I showed you down below earlier in the video. But I came through here and I laid out the roof details and all that other nifty stuff. Let's go over here. I'll show you this area in here. Like I said, yeah, we've been here. The other side is not done upstairs, whereas this one is. These were done by Colkin. Anyways, these generators. But yeah, when I when I do the repair work for that up there, for the other side, I have to make sure I get all these details in here done. Let's go ahead and, no, we do have, yeah. But, yeah, it's kind of cool, because when you go through here, like, well, this needs to be this way, or this needs to be that way. What can I do to make it better? What can I do to make it look nicer? And no matter how hard we work, we're always going to be working, come back and to redo stuff and make different things and fix some things. Again, this is the upper phaser cannon control room. I think this is some sort of life support or processing or something. And here's a torpedo bay, upper part of the torpedo bay. It doesn't have rotary. It has a has this nice quantum launcher here. I think it can launch really fast. I mean, this thing can just spit them out. The way the rotary system feeds, it's just boom, 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 boom. It can spit them out really fast. And when I say spit them out, I mean like 4 to pop, really fast. But I think it's the phaser cannons that really make this ship powerful. It's forward phaser cannons. It's not a beam boat by any means. It's a get in, hit hard, get away. The only thing that protects it is it's a blade of armor. And but it's it's a nimble little ship. But most of the damage it does is fast attack. This is the sick bay, and again my mouse is acting up. My mouse hates me. This is one of those parts of the ship when I mirrored it to the other side. The other side does not have a sick bay. It has a rec room, or excuse me, a mess room and a transporter room, which haven't been built yet. There's the doctor's office. This area here is a med lab area. It's very large, so we could easily turn this into you know, and that's like I was saying, the Defiant is a lot bigger in actual size than the show on the show. On the show, I think sick bay was like this big. That was it, sick bay. Yeah. But over here, it's this is the mess hall, and again on the show, the mess hall was about that big. So, a lot of real estate on this ship. A lot more than you'd think. I'm going to leave that for right now. I'll come back and clean it up in a bit. This was, of course, from being mirrored. That's part of the old sick bay. Let's go this way. And I think I can get to it from back here. Emergency supplies. I didn't do this. Again, this is an area that was actually done for us. I'm going to come through here and I'm going to replace all this green with gray and red. I don't like the green. Same thing with over here. I'll replace all this yellow eventually with gray and red. All these colored floors like this, I will make sure all the other rooms are like this pattern here. I just think it looks a lot more cleaner, a lot more professional. Ooh, what is this down here? Oh, that's that long Jeffries tube that goes around to the front of the ship. So let's go ahead and take the turbo lift, because on this side it's a Jeffries tube, and on this side it's a turbo lift. See you. Getting main engineering. Kinda get the feeling you're running around in circles on this ship, huh? Well, you are. Deck 2, or Deck 1. Come up here and... Captain's ready room. I bet this is going to be a small room. No, it's okay. Little nice officer's quarters. This is what this is the briefing room. I love that texture. Briefing room. Let's check out the bridge and then I'll call it quits on the video here. And here's the bridge. I can get up on the captain's chair. Make it so. Yeah, let's see what we got going here. USS Defiant, some assembly required. No kidding. USS Mad Defiant. No, not the San Paulo. Alrighty, anyways, this is the Defiant, or the Mad Defiant, mirrored. There's still quite a bit of work to be done, but quite a bit of work has been done, thankfully. Moving the ball down the field. Anywho, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.